Hey guys, so um, it's kind of the worst case scenario at this point. I got back from the eviction court, and the way that in Kentucky, the paper that they give you, it says if you have supporting information why you shouldn't be evicted, bring your documentation, supporting evidence that says that literally. But when I went in there, I thought it was going to be. Usually, I've not been in court often, but usually when I go, it's just me and the judge and the other person or whatever. But this time, it was like 100 people on the thing, and the bailiff was like the deputy bailiff, the sheriff deputy bailiff. He said, "You're at the end of the list. But I'm gonna see if she can push it up." And I was like the 50th person, but they said um, the person's name, and then they'll say the status of the payment, and they'll either say paid, the rent's paid, and they dismiss the case, or it's not paid, and you can file like a 7-day thing, and you either pay the full amount by that time they give you by the date, and the day after it's paid, the due date, you go to the judge in person or on the Zoom thing, and you tell her it's paid, and then they dismiss it. If it's not paid, then they file an eviction. But it seems like you either have to move out or pay it both within the 7 days, which I can't do either at the moment. So basically, me and my cats would be homeless, and my friends trying to help me. Well, the lady that I've been talking to, she's was trying to help me get my car fixed, but I don't know that she can help me with that. But I was going to get it towed after the court date, but I didn't realize I would have such less amount of time, and I've been trying to not having as much followers as a lot of other people. If I had more followers and I had posted my GoFundMe, I would have reached my goal a long time ago. But the reason it says, I think it's $1 million or $500,000, I can't remember. But the reason it's that high is because the one in the back of my head here, if you can see it, can you move my head so they can see my head, my hair, for people that haven't seen it? Can't even feel it. Is that it?
I think so.
Right there?
I think so.
The line? Yeah, that's it. Man, my hair is so thick. Can you see it?
Uh-huh.
Uh, that craniotomy, the left, uh, I can't fucking think, man. I feel like I'm about to have like a heart attack. My blood pressure's going up. My chest is hurting. It's a left decompression, of microvascular left decompression of the left trigeminal nerve, and they have to see. Some of y'all might say trigeminal neuralgia is not a brain disease, but I don't really give a fuck what you want to term it as. If you have a problem in your head, it's a head problem, and if you go to a neurologist or a neurosurgeon, you have a brain disease. They're brain doctors. They don't do nothing else. A neurosurgeon operates on your brain, but the trigeminal nerve is right here, and it connects to your fifth or your eighth cranial nerve pairing, which means it's directly connected to your head, your brain, your not, is it your brain? No, your brain stem or whatever the fuck ever. It's connected to your fucking brain, all right? And it's the worst pain in the world. It's called the suicide pain. And if you look on my GoFundMe, it's University of Texas. It literally says that it's the worst pain known to man, and that's a published fact. It's not hyperbolic. It's literal. And I've had it since 2016, since the wreck. Wreck wasn't my fault, and I worked up until 2020, and then I couldn't work no more because I almost dropped dead. And working at Sam's Club, and when I told my pain doctor, Doctor Solinovsky, I think is his name, the Ohio Valley Pain Clinic, the guy doctor, it's his practice, but then I see Dr. Allie Gordon, my nurse practitioner. But Dr. Alex said, when I told him what I was, the physical stuff I was doing at the Sam's Club, he looked at me like I was crazy, like he took his doctor face off. He's like, why the hell were you doing that? You're trying to kill yourself. I said, no, I was trying to take care of my cats. But he told me the condition that my body was in, I was like pushing myself to a fatal level. Um, so, and I need a back brace for scoliosis, but they won't do that because it's not medically covered. It's like $1,500, and the lady I'm talking to told me that my spine curves a lot more than I realized, and everything was fine until like 2022, and I got up one day and it felt like I got hit in the back by the Incredible Hulk or Superman. Are you going in there? And like my entire back felt like that. It felt like it was broken. And so that's when the scoliosis and the degenerative disc disease and my coccyx is, I guess it's supposed to be like that, and mine's like that. And that's only getting worse. And that back pain, I can't sit up, I can't sit down, I can't sit in a chair for too long, I can't do anything, I can't walk for too long, and my back is in excruciating pain. Not as bad as my head, but my head is like a million out of a million. My back is at like 100. That's like 500,000 out of 500,000 pain level. And I don't do 1 to 10 because that's too generic. Because anybody, you could say a 10 and be like, well, that's just that day. But mine is at them Super Saiyan levels all the time, nonstop. And this shit wakes me up out my sleep. And I already got insomnia and night terrors and spiritual attacks in the spirit, but that's a different thing because, spiritual warfare, I don't care if you believe in it, it's real and people attest to it all the time. I don't care what you believe, I'm just telling you how stuff operates in my life. But the craniotomy was $250,000 and I owe like 13 grand on that. I had to get a spinal tap, so I have a little hole mark in my spine. They had to drain, I don't know if it's amniotic fluid or brain fluid from your brain so water doesn't build up, I think, and the insurance didn't cover some of that. I had a balloon rhizotomy, I had a radio ablation, and I had two nerve blocks that went all the way up into there, and they didn't do anything. So the point is, I was hoping that one of my surgeries would work, or procedures. And I just say six brain surgeries because it's easier than going to like each specific one. Uh, but it can all affect your face and your head. If you put anything near your head or your brain, if something gets nicked or they make a wrong move or there's an earthquake or whatever, you can go from Justin to Justina, or Justin to Bobby, or Justin to Lucy. And when I was a CNA under the table, I took care of 8 guys, and I had a guy named Lonnie who was a lawyer, and he was a regular lawyer, solid lawyer, good lawyer. And he had a car wreck one day and went through the windshield, and it totally changed his personality. So he would be normal Lonnie for a while, and then he would go into like aggressive Lonnie. And I was able to manage all the guys, and nothing ever happened when I was there. Um, and I would have went through my windshield and been dead, is what the firefighter said. Because he didn't check to see if I was alive. He checked to see if I had my seatbelt